What's going on, YouTube? What's up, JGL family? Hey, I'm on the way to Raleigh real quick to pick up some documents, but you know, I'll let y'all take y'all with me. We'll do a little vlog today. But as you can tell by the title, me going to Raleigh is not what this vlog is going to be about. Usually I do this on live stream, but I figured I'd make it a YouTube series. Why not? I had to wear my mask. SpongeBob. That's all I got. You see, that or sunflowers. But yeah, man, downtown Raleigh is so beautiful, man. But I'm gonna head on back home, and I'll talk to you guys when I get home. As I ride through downtown Raleigh, I see a lot of businesses, man, and I'm not gonna call them out or nothing like that because I don't know for sure. But I only wondered, you know, I seen signs in the window that says, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. I'm actually wondering do they put those signs up to keep people from looting their business? You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what they did in that Spike Lee movie when Radio Raheem got hit and the Chinese or the Asians or whatever they were. You know, they were showing that they got down with blacks in order for them not to have their business destroyed. I don't know, man. We don't know, man. But that's just my thoughts, man. Family, I finally made it back home. And I wanted to go ahead and get into the topic of this video. The topic of this video is, you can see by the title, a boy man. Now, I'm not going to sit back and I'm not going to just bash men, because it's not all about that. It's about women who make bad choices also. But then I'm going to flip it around, and we're going to do another part what's called the girl woman. And the reason why is because a lot of us are seeking out relationships with people. We're getting involved with people from the love bombing situation, the love bombing stages that they put us in. And then we end up being with a childish individual. And so we end up finding women who are married to men who have to nurture them and raise them up from what their mother should have done or their father should have done. And so that's what we're getting at with this. And I wanted to start off with the word of God. In the 1 Timothy 5:8, it says this: but if anyone does not provide for his own, especially for those of his own household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. Matter of fact, that's the New King James Version. The King James Version said, but if any provide not for his own, especially for those of his own household, he have denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. And see, what I'm saying here is this. Listen, we make mistakes. And we have baby mothers and baby fathers. The Bible clears that up in this verse. For those who's even having baby mothers or baby fathers, or you're not married and you have a child outside the home, it says, if any provide not for his own, and especially those of his own household, he is denied the faith, is worse than an unbeliever. Another verse says in, I believe it's 1 Corinthians chapter 13. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. It says, verse 11, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child, and I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing. We grow up and we never develop the manhood that we need, or women, you never see it. See, another thing is, And all this, we can go back to the home structure, where there wasn't a man in the house, or if there was a man in the house. And most of the time, we always say, oh, I was raised without my father, so this is why I react and do the things that I do. Being raised without a father is not always the case. Most of the time, it's when we have a father in the house and the father still is not being a man. And so therefore the sons may seem to be overreact like a child, spaz out like a child, go into depth, abusive, verbal, manipulative. He's not home. He gambles the money. The family struggles because the father is not able to provide or is too lazy to provide. Either way, there's something going on where then the son grows up and imitates the same actions and behaviors that he's seen from his father. So either way, whether it's a father in the home or there's not a father in the home, there's things that happen. And when these things happen, we find ourselves going down the same patterns of unbelief. Again, if you have been paying attention to any of my live streams that were on YouTube, go back to on Facebook. I uploaded some to YouTube, but we was going in depth on narcissism. And so if we don't know what narcissism is, you can pause this video. I will leave a link in the description to my Facebook channel. Matter of fact, while we're talking about that, I will leave a link in the description of my Facebook channel, A Cry in the Wilderness. Also, we have a podcast, Around the Table podcast. That's going to be in the description. Also, check out the Pastor's Chronicles, where my pastor Scott Hinton go into deep detail about government conspiracy and things that just going on in the world and society that is being covered up by the synagogues of Satan. So please join us. Also, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, and Google Podcasts. All of that will be in the description. But the point that I was trying to make is, what I was talking about is that we have a tendency to be involved with people who are toxic. That was what whole narcissistic, toxic behavior, the whole thing was about as we went into that subject. I got a couple examples though, when we talking about the boy man in particularly about the boy man, because that is something that I often see, and I'm gonna go ahead and jump into that. It's something that I often see. Women who make bad choices and men who have to suffer. They have things going for themselves. They may have a job. They may have a car, but they got a boy man at home. And the only thing he can provide is good sex. I was heard a person say that poor, broke men provide the best sex because they're at home and they have nothing else to provide. To offer. They have nothing else to offer but sex. So why not sit home all day and watch videos to learn how to be a better performer? But it's the flip side, because when you go on Instagram and you see all these girls modeling, showing their body, showing what they have on social media, they're the same. They don't have nothing going for themselves but sex. So this is how you recognize if a person that you're getting in with, if they have nothing else going for themselves, but they give off some type of form of sexual gratification. But anyway, I'm going to get back to my point. Let's go over some of the examples of the boy man. A man knows what he wants and goes for it. A boy may have somewhat of an idea of what he wants, but not really. He doesn't think too much about it, right? And even if he does, he doesn't exert much effort to get it. A boy is passive and not assertive. That means he doesn't have a clue what he want to do with his life, where he's going to go. There is no stability. When you confront him about what he needs to do, where he needs to go, what he needs to be doing, he has this passive attitude. I'll do it, man, you always, right? But he really won't put effort into doing it. He doesn't wake up in the morning, know his purpose, know his plan, set forth. He's always piggybacking off of the next man's idea, or ladies, he's piggybacking off of you. Number 2, a man plans for his future and is working towards building a foundation and infrastructure in order to have a family at some point in his life. Or another purpose or passion. A boy only lives in the moment, and his plans are mostly around which bar he's going to hit up for the weekend. You know, when I was younger, and I'm not going to say I wasn't. I remember when I was younger, we worked all week, and then we thought about what we was going to do on the weekend. Or if I didn't have a job, every day was about alcohol, drinking and smoking. And I knew that deep down inside I wasn't a man. And so being a man required sacrifice. I ended up having a child. I ended up going into a already made family. As you can see in the background, this is my people. But I've already went into a pre-made family, had a child of my own, without no stability. And I had to learn the hard way what it was to be a man, because of the irrational and passionate choices I made, based off emotion, based off of what was going on in the moment, based off of the idea of not thinking about tomorrow, but right now. So whatever money we get as men, boy men, we spend it right then. We don't invest. We don't do anything to try to build a future for ourselves and for the people around us. And a lot of us are getting into this conclusive thought that if we have children, it will make us a man. Number 4, a man knows a good woman when he meets one and will make initiative to get to know her. A boy makes an attempt if you're lucky, but gives up before he really tries. You know, a lot of you women are in relationships with men, and he just dragging you along for the ride, dragging you along for the ride, dragging you along for the ride. And while you're taking that ride, he promised to marry you, he's promised to love you, he's promised to do these things, but they never happen. And you'll find yourself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, still a fiance, still a girlfriend. Through all his cheating, through all his manipulative ways, his unstableness, you stay with him and hope that he will change. Women, it's time to wake up. You're dealing with a boy man. Number 5. This is going to be number 5. And I'm going to conclude it right here. I just want to give you a taste of what's to come in this series. There's more, or we're going to be talking about this for a while. But number 5, a man has the courage to have an uncomfortable conversation. He is honest with his intentions and lets people know where he stands. A boy avoids all confrontation. A boy avoids any type of thing that's going to make him uncomfortable, any situation that's going to make his pride shift, anything that's going to make him not be able to stand up for himself. He ignores confrontation. Any serious talks about his feelings, he ducks them. Instead of dealing with the situation, he runs away from it or creates drama or an excuse to mask the fact that he's not that into you or the relationship. So there's a lot of problems. He won't confront his boss about situations. He's very passive. He just ducks and dodges and makes an excuse, starts fights, starts arguments just so he can blame shift or gaslight you into another situation. So you may be talking about, yo, I'm going to work, you're cheating. He would flip it and make it seem like it's your fault because he's a boy. Matter of fact, if he was a man, he wouldn't even be laying on the couch while you're at work. He wouldn't be making excuses why he can't provide. He would do what he need to do in order to provide for you, to be the man that he need in that relationship. Brothers and sisters of JGL, this is only part 1 of many. This is going to be a series. So if you like it, hit that like button. If you want to understand what we're talking about, if you want to get into this, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Listen, I'm going to drop these videos weekly or maybe twice a week. But this is going to be an ongoing series. So if you want to be a part of the series, if you want to sit down and chat with me, 1, subscribe. 2, hit the notification bell. 3, leave comments down below. Talk to me. I always talk back to my audience. And most of all, let's keep this thing in prayer and open up your eyes. In the meantime, brothers and sisters of JGL family, please, once again, subscribe to the Around the Table podcast, the Pastor's Chronicles on YouTube, and go to Facebook and type in A Cry in the Wilderness. And follow me on that page also. But however, family, this is very important. Study and understand the narcissism behavior, because you never know what type of relationship you're in until it's too late. All right, family. Peace, love, and God bless.
Floating in my bloodstream.